This is Sharica Jackson, highly accomplished Jamaican sprinter and former friend of Noah Lyles' current girlfriend, Junelle Bromfield. And I say former friend because I feel like this is just the case right now. So we all know Noah Lyles went on a podcast, running his mouth too damn much like he usually does a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago. And after he did the podcast, it had him and his girlfriend under attack because he simply threw her under the bus. Now, he didn't say any type of wild information, but it was the fact that he alluded to. Me and my girlfriend have been dating for about a year, but for the past 5 years, she been telling me all the information about people and the training camp in which she used to train in down in Jamaica. Before we even were super cool or even in a relationship, she was telling me everything about them. And that simple fact made the whole track and field community, especially in Jamaica, turn against both of them. And a lot of people were conflicted. They didn't know whether they should be mad at him or be mad at her or just be mad at both of them. Because to them, it was like, why would she be telling him all of our information that occurs down here in our camp? Things that happen in our practices and injuries and training things should be kept disclosed here at practice. And then on another note, it was, well, they are in a relationship now and she should be able to tell him certain things in the comfort of their home. And people were mad at him because why would you go on a podcast and say that, oh, my girlfriend tells me everything about them? Like, why wouldn't you keep that in your house? And I was more so on the side, if somebody tells you something, especially on a podcast when you know everybody's listening, if your girlfriend tell you something in the comfort of your home, you damn sure shouldn't go out and be like, oh, my girlfriend told me this. Just say you know these things and you just know them because you know them. So people were saying that she was a traitor, and they were just pretty much on her ass for the last month or so. And some people were saying that, oh, she didn't tell him any information that people don't already know and things of Keyshawn injuries. But those are things that we already know. Noah specifically said in this interview, I got information that nobody knows about, hinting at that she's been disclosing information that's private. In my opinion, if you're in a relationship, that's fine to do. But don't go in public speaking about private things and private conversations. And if you do, you damn sure should not tell who told you these things, especially if you're in a relationship with them. And I feel that is the biggest cause of all the slander and all the backlash.
Say that because, Junelle being Jamaican and having trained in MVP, I've been getting the drama from Jamaica in camps for at least 5 years now. There's a lot of times where I make references to Jamaicans. I'm not saying it because I'm like trying to go back and forth. It's because I know information that other people don't. And it's like Junelle and Elaine used to be very close friends. Like they were training partners through 2021, very close. Then she was extremely close with Shericka. She's still very close with Shericka. You see her in the series doing Shericka's hair. That's Shericka's wig woman right there. She's already, she was just buying wigs for Shericka to bring to the Olympics yesterday. And even talk about like Keyshawn Oblique, she's close with Keyshawn. I've known about a lot of the Jamaicans that are on the underground and usually Janelle's eye for talent is very strong. If she says that somebody's going to run fast, they usually run fast.
And after watching that just seems like a bad case of just talking too damn much. Then he said things like Elaine and her used to be friends and used to be super close. And I looked on Instagram. I see Elaine doesn't follow her on Instagram, and she doesn't follow Elaine. So I'm assuming that Elaine don't rock with her anymore, which is fine. And I also seen, this is the point of this whole video, the whole purpose. I was on Instagram and I went to Sharica Jackson's page randomly. And I watched her story after I seen the post Junelle made the other day. And I said that was a sympathy post because she's coming to social media seeking validation from people who don't even know her. And it was just baffling to me because she was out of town on vacation in New York at an amusement park. And she's making posts worried about people on social media. And we all know social media isn't a positive place. If someone don't like you or like what you do, say, or look, they're going to voice that in the comments. And the majority of the time, these are people who don't know you. So why would you give a person who doesn't know you that much power over you to make you feel a certain type of way and things of that nature? She mentioned growing up, people were telling her that she was black and her hair was dry her forehead was big, and that she should love herself and all of the black girls around the world should love themselves. And this is just a very contradictory statement because damn near every post on her page, she has a European woman's hair in her head. But that's neither here nor there. Yes, people may have said she was black. Yeah, people may have said that they don't like the way she looked. But that wasn't the whole narrative of this situation. The thing that caused the outrage was pretty much her telling Noah Lyles the things that she told. That was the whole thing. It wasn't about her looks. It wasn't about the color of her skin. It wasn't about any of those things. It was simply she had a big mouth, he had a bigger mouth. Even though I don't agree with the things that people were saying about her, I'm trying to be transparent to understand all sides. But yeah, back to Sharica Jackson. She made these two posts after Junelle made that post. It said, stay away from people that act like a victim in a problem they created. And I was thinking, that sounds awfully familiar. Noah's girlfriend just recently told Noah all of this information. Then Noah went on a podcast and disclosed some of this information and said that he know a lot more that people don't know. And that was the whole problem. So the Jamaican people are pretty much saying this is the problem that she created. Granted, Noah's mouth created this problem, but I get it. So I was thinking like, damn, Shericka could be sending a shot at her. She definitely could, especially the timing of this post right after Junelle made her post. Fairly interesting. And then after this next post, I felt like things were pretty evident. It says, sometimes people pretend you're a bad person so they don't feel guilty about the things they did to you. And that's interesting. I'm like, people can interpret that as Junelle making it seem like all of these Jamaican people are bad for talking about her. But she done disclosed these people that she trained with or used to train with. She done disclosed all of their information and making it seem like that was no issue. That's how I'm just trying to interpret like both sides of it. And that's pretty much what I got out of it. But I definitely think from seeing both of these posts back to back on the same day, Junelle dropped her Instagram post and these came right after, Shericka is 1,000% talking about her. So I definitely think they were friends, but I don't think we will see them hanging out or anything like that again in the foreseeable future, at least. Noah talked about how Junelle be doing Shericka hair at meets. I think from now on, Shericka might be going to Shelly Ann or somebody else on the Jamaican team. Because we all know, like being in the barber shop, you talk to the barber and you just hear certain things in the barber shop that you just really shouldn't repeat. And I feel like that's how it is when you're getting your hair done. You're sitting there for an hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, maybe even longer. And you're talking to the person that's doing your hair, telling them things that you usually wouldn't talk about and just telling them different secrets that you have, not expecting them to be repeated. And maybe after this whole situation, especially with Noah going on the podcast, that's what really ruined everything in my opinion. Noah going on the podcast, throwing her under the bus, saying my girlfriend's been telling me these things for 5+ years. And they haven't even been dating for 2 years. So that means she's been telling him things since before they were dating. And Shericka and people like Elaine feeling like, oh, well, we can't trust her to tell her certain things because she might go repeat them to the wrong person. And clearly Noah is the wrong person because he doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut with certain things or with anything, actually. So I definitely feel like this is a whole unfortunate situation that occurred, all at the expense of Noah Lyles. I feel like he's never going to take responsibility or any type of accountability for even causing all of this. Because cool, his girlfriend told him some things. But the fact that he went on the podcast and threw her under the bus is the reason she's getting all of this backlash. And he's never going to come out and apologize to her for that. He's made posts like, oh, I love my girlfriend and things like that. But it's never been an apology to her for the things that he said that he shouldn't have said. And I know deep down within inside, Junelle is sitting at home like, damn, why the fuck would he go on this podcast and say that? But since he is the bag and he's supplying her with a lifestyle that she more than likely would have never lived, because you got to just be honest, she's not a top athlete. She's not really fast. So she was never going to like win medals and gold medals and individual events and break records. So she was never going to make this high class top level money in sports. So when she's with the top guy in track relationship wise, she can't mess that up despite him doing her wrong or anything. So she just has to take these things and just hope that things get better. But there's a famous quote: if he did it before, he'll do it again. Same guy right now, same guy back then. Yeah, but that's just what I think about this whole situation. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Like, am I tripping or is this like logical? Be sure to subscribe to my channel and also become a member and follow me on Instagram as well as link down below in the description. I'm out.